His hands were calloused, his face often shadowed by a frown as he battled the relentless sun and the thorns that seemed to mock his efforts. Abel, on the other hand, was a shepherd guiding his flocks across the open grasslands. There was a quiet peace about him, a serenity that seemed as natural as the gentle bleating of his sheep. The time came when both brothers brought offerings to the Lord. Cain, from the fruits of his labor, presented an offering of the produce he had grown. Abel, in turn, brought the firstborn of his flock, their fat portions, the choicest and best he had. God looked upon Abel's offering with favor, but he did not regard Cain's in the same way. The sting of rejection pierced Cain deeply. His face darkened, and a bitter resentment began to fester within him. The Lord, seeing his turmoil, spoke to him with both warning and compassion. "Why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is for you, but you must rule over it." Cain's heart, however, remained troubled. The bitterness grew, unchecked, as jealousy consumed him. Abel's calm demeanor and unwavering faith only seemed to magnify Cain's inner struggle. Night after night, his thoughts turned darker, his resentment deepening until it became an unbearable weight. One day, Cain called out to his brother. "Come, let us go out to the field," he said, masking his intentions with an air of casualness. Abel followed, unsuspecting of the storm brewing within his brother. The field was quiet, save for the soft rustle of the wind through the grass. But within Cain, a tempest raged. His voice broke the silence, trembling with years of pent-up frustration. "Why does God favor you and not me?" he demanded. Abel, ever patient, replied gently, "It is not about the offering, brother. It is about the heart. God desires faith, not just the work of our hands." The words, though spoken softly, struck Cain like a blow. His fury erupted. Grabbing a stone from the ground, he attacked Abel with a force that surprised even himself. The younger brother stumbled, his eyes wide with shock and pain. "Cain, my brother," he whispered, his voice fading as his life ebbed away. Abel fell, lifeless, his blood seeping into the earth, a silent witness to humanity's first murder. Cain stood frozen, his hands trembling as he stared at what he had done. The blood on his hands seemed to burn, and the earth itself felt heavy beneath his feet. Then the voice of the Lord came, resounding like thunder in his mind. "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain's voice was hollow as he replied, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God's reply was unrelenting, his voice filled with both grief and judgment. "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. Now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth." Cain's punishment was more than he could bear. "My punishment is greater than I can bear," he cried. "Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But the Lord, in his mercy, declared, "Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold." And the Lord placed a mark on Cain, a sign of protection amidst his exile. Banished from the land, Cain wandered the earth, a restless soul burdened by the weight of his sin. Behind him lay the blood-stained field where brother had slain brother, the ground that bore witness to the tragic consequences of envy and anger. Before him stretched an unknown path, marked by sorrow and separation from God's presence. As humanity spread across the earth, so too did their corruption. Men and women multiplied, building lives and cities, but their hearts turned away from righteousness. Daughters were born to them, their beauty captivating. And the sons of God saw that they were fair, and they took them wives of all whom they chose. In those days, a strange and fearsome race walked the earth, the Nephilim, described as giants, mighty men of renown. These beings, born of the union between the sons of God and the daughters of men, were a testament to the deepening corruption of creation. Their strength was legendary, their presence dominating, yet their influence only furthered the wickedness that plagued the earth. The Lord, witnessing the earth's descent into violence and wickedness, was deeply grieved. "My spirit shall not always strive with man," he declared, "for he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. The thoughts and imaginations of humanity had become only evil continually. God looked upon his creation with sorrow, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. But amidst the chaos, one man found favor with God. Noah stood out as righteous and blameless in his generation. He was a man who walked faithfully with God, a rare light in a darkened world. The Lord spoke to Noah, revealing his plan. "The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth." God instructed Noah to build an ark of gopher wood, a vast structure to preserve life amid the coming judgment. With precise details, God outlined the ark's design. "The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its breadth 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. Make a roof for the ark, and set the door in its side.